Coverage pending
Yes, hi. My
conversation.
name is Ashley. I am the senior adjuster here and was returning a phone call you left from my manager regarding the status of one of the claims that you filed against our insured. Right, I understand what you're saying. Right. So what we're telling you, because I know that my manager had reached out to you earlier today, or maybe it was your husband that she spoke with, regarding the status of your claim, is that as of right now, coverage is pending on this file, which means that we're saying that there's the potential that he was not insured on the date of loss. So when it comes to coverage, it's more than just whether or not the policy was active. The policy can be active and still not have coverage because they violated the terms of the policy agreement. Kind of like, which I'm sure you probably have heard before, if you're committing a crime when you cause an accident that there's no coverage, that would be a coverage issue, but it wouldn't be because the policy wasn't active. Mm-hmm. I understand what you're saying, but unfortunately, we're not able to move forward with this until we can verify that coverage exists. And I understand that he's liable, but coverage comes before liability. So I have to determine that he has appropriate coverage before, well, the adjuster that's assigned, since it's not me, but we have to, no, I am one of the senior adjusters, so I do handle callbacks on occasion for my manager when she's out of the office, and that's what I'm doing today. So if you'd like to wait for her to come back in the office, I'm happy to have her explain this to you, but since it was a simple enough explanation, I decided to give you a call so you didn't have to wait. Right, well, whether you speak to her or to me, the outcome is the same, which is why I was giving you a call to give you the information, because she can't verify coverage on this right now either. The investigation is ongoing. We don't know. We try to resolve coverage situation and liability within 30 days of the claim file. That's how long the Department of Insurance gives us to do a preliminary investigation. But if the issue drags on past that timeline, we're just required to send you a notification of additional time needed. So it could take up to 30 days. It could take less. It could take more. But we do have to verify that they have coverage before we can proceed forward with providing you said coverage. And that's why we say if you're in immediate need of services, that you'll need to contact your insurance. I understand, but like I said, the coverage cannot. Okay. Right. Well, respectfully, I understand what you're saying, that it's not your problem, but it unfortunately is. It's the problem of all of us involved in this claim at this point. We're all having to work through this issue together, and I cannot provide you with service for your vehicle until I know that I have coverage to provide. I mean, at this point, the only option you would have, since the investigation is ongoing, is you can either file in small claims court, or you can contact your insurance and have them provide you with services for now, and then they can subrogate or ask us to pay them back once the coverage has been cleared, if we approve it. I completely understand where you're coming from, and I'm very sorry that you're in this position. If we could move this forward for you right now, we would, because we want to provide you with coverage that you're owed. But as of right now, that's the problem, is we don't know whether or not we have anything to give you. Okay. That is absolutely your right as well. We'd be happy to provide them with the status of the claim at this point. So if you do obtain legal representation, please just give us the information and have them send us a letter of representation so that we can speak with them on your behalf and provide them with the current status. Okay, you too. Bye-bye. threatening us isn't going to provide coverage. At the end of the day, coverage is coverage. It's either there or it's not. People drive me nuts. She's like, well, it's not my problem. Actually, it is. Because until we can verify coverage, you get nothing. So that's the definition of your problem. Thank you. My boss is so lucky to have me. No, seriously, she sent me this and I was like, oh yeah, I know who this is for. I was like, do you want me to handle this? Because this is very straightforward explanation. So, and a lot of the times they just want to hear from someone else. They just want someone else to tell them the exact same thing, because then they're like, oh, maybe they're not lying to me. Like, even though we're a regulated industry and lying to you could cost us our license, but whatever. To each their own, right? And the only reason they're not contacting their insurance is because they don't have appropriate coverage, and that's why they're mad. I bet you. I never have problems with people calling their own insurance when we tell them there's a coverage investigation, unless they don't have appropriate coverage, which again, not my fault.